There's a lot of other birds when you're walking through these areas that are protected and you're staying on the paths and everything. There's so many different birds, so many species, not just that one bird, all
Yeah.
around you, nesting. We hit it at nesting season. That was great. But there's all these
Did you
types
do
of
that
gulls and everything,
intentionally?
just everywhere.
Or did you know? The nesting season? Did you know it was nesting season when you
Yes.
made your plans? Oh, okay.
One of the reasons we went at that time of year.
Yeah, I would think.
But there's other times, if it's not nesting season for that, there's other things to see down there, things moving in the ocean and things. But the birds were very active at this point. And like I said, so many species, I couldn't even name them all. I don't try to go down a list or show you a lot of pictures of all the species in the Galapagos, but they're certainly interesting. And it just brought to mind how different the two areas are up here in the States and down there. But like I said, what's up here in the States is pretty darn nice too.
Yeah.
It's just different. I guarantee you, if some of those guides from down there came up to us, they would freak out at some of the birds we have. They got it pretty nice down there.
Yeah, they do.
This is an interesting
Wow.
bird. And we kept asking people in the group if everybody felt all right, because this is a condor. It's an Andean condor, whose range obviously is the Andean Mountains. And it's sitting on a cage. The cage is a very large enclosure, which housed several other condors that were being rehabilitated because of injuries or shots or whatever. And they were also in a captive breeding program since they could still breed. I think they had 6 residents in there in this research area. And at the time, this bird you see is not part of that. It just happened to drop in for a visit.
Wow.
It's like it's visiting a sick friend at the hospital.
Aw,
And we just looked at this, well, it just showed up
that's
to
so
look
neat.
on the other birds.
Yeah.
So we got to see a free-flying condor
Yeah.
out in the wild, untagged, and there it was. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
And
what
these
a
people,
great picture.
yeah, are working on their own with research money, very little research money, and donations to work with these birds and try to ensure their preservation, and to take, like I said, the rehab birds and put them into a breeding program, which makes a great deal of sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And then they, of course, release the young.